Should be pretty obvious to MIBR though, expecting a player A main, 2 on the site.
Yeah, honestly, won't be any time to use that ult. It's going to come down to the gunfights. Can Osmos actually get a kill? Unreal. He does. That's a great opener.
In a split second before the tail util comes in, he gets the shot. Now it's up to Jorg. 1v3. Verno's down. He's knocking him apart. Above him, it does pass. The headshot connects, and surely not Jorg. He's done it again. It's just unreal.
And Oxy's in a lot of trouble. Updraft up and away. He's missed the initial shot. Bladestorm, an attempt to salvage, but Aspas straight back at it. He's making sashimi out of the rest of the players out onto the side here, and Vic will do quite a bit to try and offset the damage done. Running and gunning, classic right clicks. This is pure carnage.
Aspas is playing gun game. Goes from the rifle, 2 kills with that, and now a 1v2 for Zeppa.
And he's finding the perfect timing on top of it, but the final boss himself, Aspas.
Though, man. Securing the 4K, I mean, some of this is mess. Some of this is absurd. Like, how do you keep up with the chaos of what's going on here as the Jet players on both sides? But look at this one at the end. Crouch, and just, oh, I'm not even sure he threw the crouch in there, to be honest with you. It looked like it did from the other POV.
For Bane, you've still got a recon as well for Shiro. Here comes the incoming hit from Famous now. Gunman, though, trying to hold down the line both around the site plant. Salvos quickly deployed, but then for Shiro to dance around the corners. His teammates falling all around him.
Oh my god.
Gunman in for the double and the missed! A quad picked up almost the ace, but Berserk shuts it down. Hops back on over, and Estrella to recover!
Oh, why are you pulling out your knife? Ridiculous.
On from Thrifty down to this one, the man is unstoppable.
Yeah, the fact that Shiro even jumps out of the heavens and is able to find that kill, but look at this from Gunmin, like that is just egregious, man. Quick on the dot crosshair.
And much to Berserk's chagrin, a little bit
of this one, they're stricken for options, trying to split the A site, and they'll use the Rolling Thunder to do it. Still to get out. Kada first in, still Zeus not spoken about, not even found, and he's going to activate at the right time, looking to get more! A player who constantly turns up when he's needed! And yet again, he has managed to capture lightning in a bottle. He'll try to close it out here with all 5! And Zeus has done league. Name a player better than him when it's their day. I genuinely don't think you can. Durka. I'm sorry, you asked.
Oh, mate, come on, man. Like, let me have my moment.
I know exactly what you're saying, and he has been the difference here.
We were looking for one of those signature floods. This time, the Shock Dart won't claim the race life.
Another half is like trying to flood in. Zekin is too sharp.
Oh, buddy. That is filthy. 3 for Zekin now at null command in play. Give him the rest. Just Kesnet left now, and Zekin will box it away. Here is your iBuy power ace, folks. Remember, what an energizer. Well and truly back in the server. Oh, look at this devious licks here, that 3-piece.
No, and he said, let me just do something a little extra with the dash into the ADS one tap. Let me just give something to the crowd real quick, something light.
This is a little bit pick-me-up.
Right, twinkle toes. Effortless, didn't even smile, didn't even grin.
And the fact he was able to escape unnoticed, that's put a big problem in play for this squad. Nat spots one, a clean kill on the first, but now he's all alone. Gets a judge off his opposition. No, this is the perfect weapon! They thought he was gonna fold, but he plays the ace!
He got given the one gun that would save him. That was literally, that was delivered to him.
互相的一个互为拉脱
啊，是的 ，CP 你看到了精准投放要给，
但这样的一个设计对于 EDG 来说没有搜点啊，没有意识到。
主要这个精准投放对于 EDG 来说，他们的应变是2个人往前走，2个人往后撤了，然后没有人去搜这个拐角，正面架枪光非常精准，4杀到手。
就完全不一样了。
对，还是这个精准投放对于 B 场的掌控力还是太强了。
你可以看到 EDG 2个人过来都在看着这个 B 大。
对，因为大家全部被这个精准投放给吸引到了，然后再。
Hunter's Fury in for clues if they do need it. Remember, he is playing towards the boiler. Oh.
Well, all them stuck up together, but Soda! What is that? down, you could counter it with that. But no, let's just have our third member just surprise everybody on Team Secret. Right? Yeah, I was thinking for Shota to maybe watch out for you know, his teammates if anything, but I mean, the fact that Sugar Zero plays it on the belt, right? I look at that replay.
Should be pretty obvious to MIBR though, expecting a player A main, 2 on the site.
Yeah, honestly, won't be any time to use that ult. It's going to come down to the gunfights. Can Ospas actually get a kill with the ult? He does. That's a great opener.
In a split second before the tail util comes in, he gets the shot, now it's up to Jorg. 1v3, Verno's down, he's knocking him apart. Above him, it does pass, the headshot connects, and surely not Jorg. He's done it again! It's just unreal! It's uncanny!
The clip straight out of the Waylay trailer on the A site, 1v3. Back-to-back rounds from G2 where they are hitting inhuman flicks, man. How does he get that onto Ospas up top?
He does it again.
This is why they've signed him. This is why.
Strong opportunity, yeah. Next round as well. Namely that. Might give Gen G the 9-3. Salvos at least, just in case, but ultimately PaperX has the site currently. Munchkin though, happy to play off the first. PaperX now in for a bit of a triple, but what is that spray? Oh, he's getting the transfer, he's getting the last one as well! The Red Bull clutch! Munchkin!
Champions, right? In these sort of scenarios, it's a 1 versus 4, man. They didn't technically even peak individually. Yeah, sure, something did first in the beginning. All right, you give him that. Now we know where the guy is. But you're in a dark cover. 1, 2, the spray transfer there. Jin comes out the exact same angle. He doesn't need to move his crosshair, man.
Boostio holding down towards B main. EU. Going for the contact to be caught here, and that's a Hunter's Fury. As soon as that attempt to flood straight back in, it's a good call to make. Cryo is delivering death blows.
We have an ult to get into a site. This 100 Thieves team can generate win conditions. Oh! With this guy in your back pocket, 22-16.
That's a filthy 4-piece.
Navi standing with 5 still late into the round. And the pressure put into Heaven, this could be a mistake. It certainly is as Fluorescent rounds the corner first. Ruxic these rounds, and there's a lot of presence from Apex, especially with this ult coming through. That's confirming that the hit is on its way. They know about Avova. The TP coming out of the ult up top's being heard. Avova and Batu dealt with. They're ready for Fluorescent to be around here. Even still, what was that?
30 seconds left.
I can't believe I just saw that. Should replay that, maybe even now. Screw the round. 2v2. Shao, 32 HP. Tom, all thanks to Fluorescent, this is winnable.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to walk anywhere near. Don't even go near a wall that Fluorescent is looking at, because you might just fall. Gun barrel spotted. A 4th kill already for Fluorescent, and she will take over this round completely.
My. Nice kill on the Ruxic, sure, but this decent kill. This one! Get out of here!
I wouldn't even think to shoot at that part of the wall. Dear Lord.
You don't really. Dodging and weaving past it. One through the back of the side of the team trying to take a swing! And my God, Havoc ripping off heads!
Enemy remaining. Thrifty.
Look at this. This is the start that we see. The instant TP out and the full distraction from the player in the back, Heat. He was the forefront there, falling off.
Boast does have TP though. That will be a quick collection. There it is, he's got it. And that will be the plant now.
The problem is that Vice was still up, and so they're going to know where he repositions here.
But this is tough. There's a lot of bodies that they can put through to this, and Flickler still has utility. Needs to play this just to perfection. Lovely, controlled, beautiful. Boaster, can you do the unthinkable? Turns the flash well enough. He's got to stay on this one. He might have got the time on this.
Oh my
he
God,
actually might have got the time on this, Boaster. Absolute magic in the end. A Red Bull clutch to close.
Little by little for PaperX. I mean, divide down. Jet texture. Oh, look at him. Just look at him. Turns away off.
How is he still alive?
How is he alive?
And going. Overdrive back in, and that's some damage done. PaperX trying to scramble for some defenses, but Karon's here.
Call the shots here, can't do it without the help of Zekin, and the operator now has to retake the site from 2 members of Mitch and Zeppa.
If I'm Zekin, I'm going for this. on fire so far. It doesn't even matter if he gets pinged out. Dashes forward.
He does one. Zekin already pulls the acrobatics. Zekin uses a sight like a jungle gym and sits down Cloud9.
What is going on with Zekin today? This guy's unstoppable.
Crashes with his C's, and that's exactly, he's thrown the C's, he's slowed them all down. That could be the perfect piece. Utility as Kara comes up behind. Dimensional Drift gives them all the information, knows exactly where they are, can hold them in position, can try and make things awkward as Crashes picks up one more. It's left all onto Batu.
决斗铁可能可以抓住优势。
快速的提点，这是上分带来的影响啊！终极技能储存的太多了，决斗通牒叶灵，然后再加这个超前暴走，弗勒星接住一人，他知道 B 大的协同会来，而康康就在2楼，康康手感已经完全火热了，不管不顾3杀。 2楼已经牢牢卡死，莫甘去过来，全部被他照单全收。今天的康康已经起立了。
哇，杰尼在前面用终极技能拉开了枪线，康康在人清完了。
尼克也回了一个表情质疑啊，这波康神你确实猛，但没办法，比赛还在继续啊。可以看得到 DRG 他们的一个心理状态，知道这个时候对面明星。
Well, that Molly would absolutely wreck you in trying to get out into it, but they do get in front of it at least. Able to do some damage on towards old Foxy9 as well, but look at Ash, he's just wrecking up every single one of them. Looks for the ace as well, swings up, look at that tap! We have an ace to come out from him. He's just gone demon mode. The Bulldog, I mean, you're roaring out with that one, and Boom is on the other side, right? The shots, they are just absolutely gorgeous. 8 HP, and he comes out with that. That is... Well, that's awesome. That's amazing. I think you just take a timeout as...
Yeah, a lot rides on Havoc right now to try to find a pick, try to even the numbers here for the side of Furia. He does have that operator in hand. But the wide swings from G2, it's like they just know where an op is posted up. You have to be so quick.
Habit's caught now though, suppressed. Caught to the corner, shorty in hand. Wide with the face, shotgun! No way! Knives in action! And Havoc does his best to battle his way out of that position, but Jorgamo's right there with you, 1 HP and a dream. Teammate on his back potentially, but leave as rapidly as you can come into the fight. Tap from, see if he can pick up the pieces into this one, double face up, but he's isolated it so damn nicely. Leave, surely not damage! Done and more! Unreal!
Tracking him the entire way through, even through the wall. A different type of flow state. The dunk from Havoc, it's just not enough. You would think a knife to the face would do it, demoralize the enemy. But Leaf is too sharp. Oh my gosh, look at that smile. It's timeless. A stolen round.
Sets up the one-way. Paranoia connecting. This range doesn't mind that too much. Looks for the right clicks. Just a tiny bit of damage taken there. As Buzz needing to come away with something. Finds the first, the headshot connecting. Izu getting another.
Last player standing.
Not much HP between the two of them though. This is Buzz with 14. Another paint shell cycled up. Sends it. Iffy going to be dead. As wide as that shot! Buzz! What an unbelievable Red Bull clutch! The 4K predicted.
10 seconds left.
Gotcha. It's only T1. It's only T1.
Oh my God.
Just when you think they're cooked, just when you think Team Secret's gonna pull out a huge upset, this happens.
But close to a couple key ultimates. They're looking to fight over this orb on C. But so too is NRG. Som finds a gap in the smoke and the spray. It's just beautiful. Som for 3 and this anti-eco. It's already over. Vada is in their spawn.
Wow. Also the way NRG have moved the map, constantly clearing that space in front B, not getting fooled by the mid-round rotates of C9. NRG team seems very comfortable inside of the server right now.
Good to see Som keeping his form from kickoff.
Yeah, Sylvan saw everything.
Decoy.
Everything in the world there. So just...
Portal closed.
Buzz has got his decoy stuck. I think he might be a victim of the new decoy change.
Well,
oh my god.
There's the 1-2, the undercut in play. Flash now going to be sent out. The classic drawn out. As Buzz finds himself a third. Pop Flash through the smoke. Draws out the weapon. Has to double take. To go ahead and clean him up, and he's got the ace.
Yeah.
Production is just like, we don't have enough time. It was so fast, we couldn't get the replay built.
High score? What does that mean? Did I break it?
Should just replay the round from the beginning. No need to cut up anything.
Well, that's the
Getting the sound cue that he needs, and the spike goes down. Here's the Armageddon though. Nobody there to be affected by it, but it'll still be a cleanup. It's up to Pancada here versus 4. 2G now, trying to give themselves a staging ground to end the series, but Pancada stands up, finds 2. It's unreal! Pancada on the Astra, sitting with 22 kills to his name right now. I mean, the first they line up for him, and then the last 2 players, they wait. It's like, let's get the swing at the same time, but no, Pancada precedes them. That preemptive strike catches them off guard. If Pancada doesn't win a 1 versus 4, the economy for Loud essentially broken. There's just so little to work with. They're forcing Awkwardly to try and stay in the game.
What other gun would you want? Probably a Judge, but...
Oh, they're coming his way. Chance! Mr. Fallen with one. Stun up close and a fallback. Salvos to be sent.
He's got his ult.
This is going to be sent through. That's going to force them forward. Right into the Bucky. Mr. Fallen. He's not even taking the weapons on the ground. He knows what he wants. And it's another Bucky kill. Decoy sent through on the flash from Mr. Fallen. He's got it.
That might be the greatest play of all time.
If that is not our play of the week, I will quit. Of the week? We have a sponsor at the end of the day, Thomas. I thought that you were aware of this.
Change it to play of the year or something. Week doesn't cut it.
The ult in the middle as well. He took the decoy and the player out in one. Oh my.
Yeah, but he's definitely not the best echo in the league.
No. Attached to the default site, stealth drone coming in and broken.
Havoc's on the site, dashing in the cloud burst there. Just gets a little bit scary. Armageddon Mitch has got nowhere to go, folks. Caught inside the grab well. And the end comes for Azul. Prize able to find one, but fighting like a heli on the side. What an ace out of nowhere, Vic. Delivers a stunning moment there for the IBO Power Ace. Remember, $100 in right gift card.
Come from? Legitimately, where did that come from? Rafa's caught on that trip that net place had never been broken. Havoc didn't walk into it earlier, and then Vic just snaps the perfect crosshair placement. Precise on every single angle. He genuinely manifested that out.
March cover though, it's gonna fade, and then they're gonna be movable again. Okay, play for time. Rolling Thunder now sent over, so staggering the ultimate somewhat. Killua goes for the swing. He's trying to pick them off one by one. They will fall like dominoes.
And it really comes down to Chronicle here.
Did he get seen? He's got all the way around. No, he's not being seen. Now he has Seavoff picked off, and Les, sure, finishes him off eventually. That's going to put Boaster in a bit of an awkward spot. They're not going together, despite kicks being very low. Oh no. Durka swinging alone goes down too! Boaster with the lifeline for Fnatic. The Red Bull clutch, and he's dropping it back on the stage.
I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a sixth sense, but if you watch the way that Les ends up moving, it seems like he's aware that somehow Chronicle is behind. It becomes...
Boom, 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 yaka!
Irrelevant, is what I was going to say. It becomes irrelevant when you have Boaster doing stuff like that. I needed someone to give them a lifeline.
Making their way forwards here. Finesse really needs to be the playmaker. The dagger in the back, and he hears it. Multitudes of players still. They whip it around to the sides of the rifles in hand. It's a 2v1. As quick as that. Ethan isolating it. Brings us to that 1v1. Ult earned on top of it. Jogan with a tap as well. Completely avoided, but with the shots fired off, Ethan, he's still going to go for it. Rolling Thunder going wide and damage done. Jorg single digits. Yet where the hell is he pulling that from?
Against his former teammate of all people, Jaw pulls it off across the line.
That's gross. I've got to see the replay of that. How does he even hit that shot? He's stunned up, right? Because he jumps in order to just get around the corner, taps the spike again, and somehow lands the kill. What?
He was still stunned!
He doesn't see him! He's not on his screen!
Oh, it's disgusting.
and he waves at Ethan across the room. I mean...
But they've made the read, actually. They've gotten back to 8 right on time.
Okay, getting messy now. Mel's able to deal with second, but it's going to be a trade. Numbers favour Sen now in this 4 versus 3, and they're on the front part of the site, but Kesnin, surely's not going to hold out. His interlope is in for free. Surely looking to excise a toll now, but it's awkward. He's got to swing out and get a trade at best, but it's Mazzino, vintage Mazzino. Able to use that ultimate now, give Bang the hot foot. He's stunned up, but he misses a golden opportunity. Bang healthier right now, has to keep moving here. Mazzino,
oh my God.
That is dirty business.
The movement, they're just taking that extra step and then the shot.
For soldiers, don't they, Wyatt? See how this goes down.
Oh my God, that is gross. I feel like I need to take a shower after watching that. How the
yeah, it's all that seawater, you know?
I mean, the swings from Sen were perfect.
That is picante. Holy.
Yeah. Game. Like, there's 4 other people, you can have one maniac.
He's going
Here he is.
Blade Storm in the stun, but now has to back off. That's a bit off more than he could chew. Look, oh my goodness! Oh,
okay.
Back for more!
Keep it going!
It keeps on going, and there's no escape! Try as he might.
One knife.
Up against one blade, a single knife for Levin. Oh, and it won't land. It won't find its mark.
He's human. He's human.
He's done enough already, Tom.
Yeah, see? One lunatic. It's okay. Oh, there's now a full squad waiting on the other side, and he's trying to get him with this shorty. Levin's just had a round.
I'm a duelist, and yes, Click, we've expected a lot. We've heard about it.
I love the second one, because he's like, oh, well, I hit the first.
Might as well go back for a bit more. Yeah, Levin's that guy who just delivers that rumor you hear.
Seppa with the plant, nothing to push it back. A lot of tension in the air here, a couple of pot shots flying forwards, but now with a util. It's a more concrete effort here from MIBR to see if they can lay claim. Dice up, section up most of this side here. Cartesia right from the side. Oxy! He's unleashed! 4 kills! And Cloud9 just...
Ever this team is under pressure. He's the man to deliver. Going toe-to-toe with the duelist people call the GOAT. And delivering a Blade Storm round to himself. My God! Those shots were too clean.
I was expecting a massive pop-off there from Oxy, and he does go for the pop-off, but then he's...
They claim the space as the drone rounds the corner just a little late. And he could have seen that high swing up on Belt for the duel, but indeed they were ready for it. This is all part of the plan for Apex. Great stuff with the Rolling Thunder, and it's fluorescent in there at light speed for another. Refracting back to safety, and then Governor cleaning up the rest.
You just talk about the value that Molesy is bringing, the call to basically play off contact, Rolling Thunder, then he puts an aftershock through, and well, it becomes so easy for Fluorescent to just land all of those remaining shots. They don't give up that space either. Continue.
Bill has a window to surprise one, and now they just got both spotted.
Player standing.
Up to Trent. Zelsis, we talked about winning so many clutches previously before. Can Trent, however, have the firepower for 2 of these members?
Oh my God! The Red Bull clutch from Trent in the 1-2.
Switching sides.
They have no more timeouts. You can't do that.
This is sight. I was gonna say could be under their control, but Runner is still here. Spam does a lot of damage, but they're still gonna take a... In fact, he goes running in. He's run in through the utility. I think he was expected an isolated fight, and that was not the case. There were more than one player here safe. Spotted both in theory. Never mind. Huge from Purpo. Showstopper out for an ace of his own, and he will take it home. What a way to end out the half. Is
enough to get the spike down. But it's a 3v5. This would be a disaster if Cloud9 were not able to pull this through. Ye getting his first. Now a 4v3, but again, control still on the side of the defense. They're gonna need more than that. Icy gets 2! Vic on the tap, Super creeping closer, and he snaps onto him. It's gonna have to be Icy. Spike has been taken for a little while here. Can the rookie deliver again? Vic's gonna stick it, stops at half. On the swing! Icy gets his 4th, the Red Bull clutch! And EG again on series point.
series from Icy, Enye. The transfer. The mid lurk and the head-to-head. The pop-off moments.
Bit of defense, but this street lurk could be huge once the engage happens. EU's eyes are on that position. Oh, but his eyes get closed really fast. Lights out for him, and Sentinels come flying through. Xander just able to creep around the backside of the site now as he waits for Cryo to come in. Zelsis and John Cutie trying to pressure the plant.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
Oh, slowly the creep in from Cryo, ever so quiet, is able to get that first one, and just a sliver of health here for Zelsis. It looks all too over here in favor of 100 Thieves.
One enemy remaining.
Zelsis says no. Zelsis says no. Does find out where Cryo is. Gets out another Vines. Starts to delay a little bit more.
Misses it.
6 shots in the Ghost. Knows the defuse is a fake. Sees the leg. Gets to play the time. Gets to play the position. But now behind the box device, the Vines go down. He's playing Cryo. And he gets Cryo. The triple coming in from Zelsis for the Red Bull clutch.
What a start from Zelsis. Going on this Vice on a 1v2. Missing the Vines, going on to the spike, but still we just talked about adaptability, turning it back into its favor and keeping Cryo sticked onto the position. Even if he loses the duel, there's a possibility that Cryo loses from HP running back to the spike or losing on time. And that's how you want to start things.
That covers that spike and sets up Munchkin for that positional play too. Again, those salvos.
Oh, that is so much damage. Ash immediately collecting 2 of them. Now a third, now a fourth. As it's a flawless average pack round, baby. Woo!
Counter Gen G, because they both kind of have that sort of whimsy about them, I suppose.
This was... It might be a stretch, but you could call it whimsy.
Well, this round is, yeah.
Oh, the timing. It just seems like G2 has all the timing on this split matchup so far. Boostio! Boostio with 3!
The spring! Is he trying to do a pop flash to get on the line? Whoa. Surely you consider someone at the top of pipes as well. Snatch is nearby. Oh, Buzz! Swaps over to the Headhunter. And instantly with that, another peek out, a quad. Those kills in that round. Individual moments, Quack. Sometimes for teams. These are what we need to see. I mean, look at that. His player cam, his posture, the way that he's locked into his monitor.
Investing the ult to flush him out of that corner. Spike not playing it yet. Now Brock committing to it as Mata takes a little bit of aggressive space, gets flashed off, and he dies.
What a shot.
The defense bolstered up and reinforced with the numbers advantage, and it's gone from bad to worse. As Brock falls, Finesse and Sam trying to hang on to this and white knuckle their way through it. Again, it's going to have to be on to Sam, a 1v2 with 37 HP. Can he play hero again? He's done everything that Energy have asked for and then some. Once again, his number has been called! And he delivers the Red Bull clutch for NRG!
Is so fast. And they line up for him here.
One enemy remains.
Beautiful.
Dude, they're so overlaid, you can, I mean...
They tried to double swing him, but that off angle...
Come on.
Just not expected.
They can't stop me.
Yep.
Trying to get a bit of information and Envy at the same time. Slid up alongside the door, but Monyet in around the back, able to find 1-2 GE, going to be taken down. The smokes just cover the site. Push forward, Jemkin finding 1, gets traded out. Envy coming away with 2. The pit now going to be dropped. Monyet dead. Delay there from the aftershock. Crazy guy sending out the fault line, but the fuse is being held, and Envy, I think he's got it done. He absolutely has. Salvos, however.
Whoa!
He just got it. He has.
Oh my.
.48 and sticks it to completion. Envy saves them.
Again.
Unbelievable. Granted, yes, the flank watching from Jesse Vash, fantastic to get the kill on him on Yet. But holy hell.
Now you imagine they're going to speed up towards A. Bang and John has his ult.
Yeah, big retake ultis.
And they've got to know that this is where the hit's headed. I wonder if he pops it early here.
Narrate's gonna need to find something. Good sees to come out from
Suck
him, and
is
now the
there.
ultimate!
Oh my gosh, they're cooked! They have nowhere to go! 3 fall at the hands of John!
Kidding me!
And Zelsis on the crunch, Ye's on the turn.
Please? Here it comes. So early haunt, repositions, and then goes for this jump. Okay, yeah, the C's lands on minimap.
30 seconds left.
But that is crazy. And then he gets spam kill through this wall after that too. Fire anymore, speeding to C.
100 Thieves is pretty quick on this flood. They'll be arriving at just the same time. Asuna procs his ultimate. Stuns going every which way. It's chaos on the site. But Xander! 4 kills! Shuts it down!
Xander is just on fire today. An unbelievable.
A brutal series in the upper bracket is leading the way. 24-13. And remember the stakes of this round. 100 Thieves forced into it. They lose this, they're almost certainly looking at map 3.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to use a little bit of util to clear the site, but has been left relatively wide open.
Stun here, Texture, nice slide in.
What a read.
Yeah, able to find DOS9, delivering his first death of the map thus far. Finding a third, and Sharon Slash are both gonna be eliminated. Mr. 4K online. Famous here at the ready. Texture has to beg the question, do you even want the ace given the win record? He's gonna take it. Texture joins the club here today. On 4 in matches when Texture picks up an ace.
That is correct. In Pacific.
In Pacific.
In Pacific. Well, I was gonna say, are you sure you even want to get the ace?
Yeah.
I mean, but at that point,
you can't suffer more losses.
Yeah.
20 HP, Heath the only one who's healthy.
Spike planted.
Very interesting plant. It's not for any of the members of Furia. I mean, you could spam that box for sure, but Finesse, he's sitting very healthy here. If he can win this head-to-head against Khalil.
How does this duo decide to do this? Finesse waiting, creeping through on the other side of the door, completely decapitated by Khalil. Leaving Som in a 1v2. Ult pops, he's gonna try to get it to half, decides to hold it. He's gotten it down to 1, and that's Heat on the other side of the ult. He can wait it out, gets the kill. A gorgeous 1v2 by Som to secure another round for NRG.
The mechanical talent just showing. Som, he's in form right now. I mean, he's been in form.
One enemy remaining.
He's looked so solid. And what a play to take that one little step out of the smoke. Full commit on that kill.
Able. And this wall set up right from the beginning of the round to allow a B pivot.
Lucio! They line up for him! And he'll happily spray them all the way down!
This is nothing.
Things from Lucio over the last couple weeks. But that one, that might be the best so far.
Nah.
The fact he doesn't even hit the, what is that, the 5th bullet he kills Zelsis with towards the end?
That's immaculate control.
Yeah, I'd be
the
popping
spray
off.
transfer.
I'd be popping off as well.
Yeah.
That is sick a lot. But they just kind of patiently held their ground and dealt with the stack instead of pivoting away from it. What does 100 Thieves do? They'll just spray them all down, I guess.
Okay. It's like, oh my god, how do I avoid this guy? How do I avoid this guy? Snappy for the iBuyPower ace. For the first ace of the week and $100 Riot gift cards and $100 in iBuyPower rewards every time there's an ace. Let's just see it again.
This one was so fast. How has he managed to spray down 4 in that spot? I only even see 3 players on the screen. But yeah, you can follow at iBuyPower on socials, hashtag unlock your ace.
but it doesn't work out. Just Jing left. Can he get on it? Can he try and do anything here? The blaze helps. The recon, though, not shot down. Jing! He goes for the peek. The double micro flick to save PaperX. A round up now, pushed up to 9.
The Red Bull clutch to come through to hold on. When you see the first kill go against you, when you get the trades, when you think, the plan's down, how do we get back into it? You lose Divide there, the run it back, it doesn't work out. Jinbun trying to do what he can, but 1 and 2. All right, maybe it's not as...
Through as Boostio and EU come up strong on this one. Trent in the stinger. Trent in a stinger.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be again.
Saddles are up.
He throws him out. Half is already there. It's going to be the push from Boostio here. They're both very low at health. And Dread's going to get the clutch. When does he not?
Just a moment advantage now, the way of the defense.
Spike still made it to site, though.
Somehow.
Last player standing.
Yeah, that's the last thing standing.
Down, B.
Com's going to have to 1v3 this. If he can pull it off, he's going to get his fights are all bunched up. Not giving him any room to breathe. He's got two of that, all three.
The heck out of them. Nightfall sent over. Pentman trying to drag them down into the depths, but Darian to bring some light to his team. The op shot fired over. Something holding the angle. Jing now from Waterfall on an off angle, but the shot's not quite connecting for him. Just a Vi. David looks for the flicks. He gets the spray transfer at the end. The
More Panthers and the TP forwards into the cloud burst. Needs to be careful. Util out into his hands already with a stun. Lay it down, hopping around into the corner. Stun. Will not deny him that kill at least, but still is traded out instantaneously. But bang from behind. Trying to do more. Rips away to it. Eli's making 3. And will he grab the 4 for the 1v1? Yes, he will.
Time is ticking. This is turning into just exits. They're going to try to wall them in. They're going to try to keep them inside of main and make them go down to the spike.
That's gorgeous.
That's nasty.
That's gorgeous. Don't want to feed the annihilation, so that's really rough at the end. But the double opener was fantastic. Like, this was the thing, the swing from Batu and the timing. If it was off by a millisecond. But yeah, this was the thing. It was a combination of the grab net as well, and there really wasn't any space for them.
Finally a fight back. Wu didn't just manage to magically kill 3. This is actually player advantage towards Giant X. This could be the one. I mean, Rien's is just about everyone else, and the TP coming in. They don't know about it. They can't hear it. Boo! Surprise! He's right behind you! It was perfect! The coordination, the ideas, everything. Yeah, that was pretty good, isn't it? To be fair, as a caster, sometimes you do see these moments, you're like, yeah, he's going to do something nuts here, isn't he? And it's just like, yep. That is amazing.
Insight, healthy and ready. They have a flash now from King. They need to get a little bit more room. Oh, the teamwork. They're just setting up walls of pistols here to retake, but Aspas and Shenum fire back. Oh my God. Aspas, he does 4K for Aspas. Wakes up.
Save the pistol for MIBR.
One enemy remaining.
Oh.
Turn away and wait for the retake.
Mitch holding onto Hunter's Fury. Pops that one off the plant going down. So Energy going to try to scatter the wind, but already a pick's been found by Oxy. The shots coming through from Mitch, too. It's a 5-on-3. Out of seemingly nowhere.
Zephyr still in heaven. Clone broken, but he's really causing problems here. Now a drone to commit back in. A duel against Ethan. Leads up a lot of damage. A dart for Mitch. Another attempt at the plant. But it's just bullying from C9. Finally, inroads for Energy. They get some key kills, but Vic is stuck into the side through the smoke. It's unfathomable! Vic, 3 kills, alongside. Collapses things up for Cloud9. For that second kill.
Last player standing.
And after found the 3K as well, yes. You weren't kidding. Just an unbelievable Red Bull clutch from Vic.
Get on! Oh my God!
Couldn't say it better myself.
Attempt though. Wall is now up. Cowanzin's going to try to get through the door with the rest of Loud, who are fairly weak.
Here's Ye.
20 seconds.
Ult it up, only a shorty now. If he gets a kill, it's still good. Smoke up. Optimal position, that's one. On the reload, Yang dips back.
10
He's
seconds.
going back in the shorty. That's a double with the shorty.
It's a shorty collat.
Wait, what? Wait,
He got them both.
It didn't matter. That is a guy that's full ulted. Goes to shorty. Okay, first kill, whatever.
Gets away, and then he gets the speed here.
That's a collat. That's 1 bullet, Mimi.
That's unbelievable.
I mean,
They're freaking out too.
Even Foe's like, wait a second, did that just happen?
Dare I say, prime Ye.
Does have some utility to work off of, but not quite a lot of health. Holds and hugs the wall.
Oh, they've snuck out, haven't they?
Sneaks in, and the stun reveals his positioning. You don't quite have the position to pull off the salvos either now, so you're flushed out. But he finds the tap! What is that from something?
one apiece, and he gets the triple to collect the round up for Paper Rex. Don't forget to defuse though, please. Okay, there it is.
One tap, two tap. Give me more. He's risen from his seat. That.
All on Crystal. Looking for the first, finds it, the headshot connecting there. The spray a bit frantic, but eludes damage. 1v2. Still though, the salvos whirled away. The high-low set up, and they line up for him! What a Red Bull clutch is Crystal!
Really like to see this. Gian again. Nice play there to find two. This round looks like it's done and dusted. Jinboon holding the back of the site really nicely. Finds an awkward timing where GE isn't able to